All right. While we're here, man, let's talk about Karens. I'm I think that Karens are important people in our culture. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna read a definition of what a Karen is. Karen is a pejorative term for women seeming to be entitled or demanding beyond the scope of what is normal. Karen is usually associated with a white woman because it's like, you're not going to do this to me. I'm going to call the police or get out of here or I'm going to call my lawyer. That's what they make a Karen out to be. And typically they make Karen out somebody who portrays the values of the white patriarchy, someone who is borderline or just blatantly racist, like the lady bothering a man who was bird watching, or Shorty in New York, who what was she doing? She was checking Buddy for his phone, for her phone, saying he stole her phone just because he was black. That's usually what we equate Karen to. But when we talk about Karens, we have to look at the mindset and not just the actions in which they take and where they use them. Because guess what? We got some Karens on the side of racial justice, on the side of white guilt too. Yeah. We got Karens trying to tell us what to be offended about and tell us what should hurt us and what's right and what's wrong. And don't get me wrong, Karen, I appreciate you for trying to help out this movement. I appreciate the fact that you support what is going on here. But what I can't get with is, Karen, you can't tell me how to feel about things that affect me. You can't tell me how to respond to racism. You can't tell me that I should be disrespected by some forms of discrimination. And maybe I don't love myself enough to be upset or be outraged by it. Maybe I just think, okay, you know what? It's the culture here. I'm gonna do what I got to do, and I'm gonna go on with my life. But guess what? You don't get to tell me how to feel, because for one, you're not in my shoes. You're not living my life. You've never lived this experience, and maybe you have some form of guilt because of what your people have done, or maybe even the stuff that you did before you were enlightened, and that's fine. But you don't get to control the narrative, Karen. And that's what Karens try to do. Karens are trying to control the narrative. They want to make the narrative their narrative. No, Karen. Here's why you're a Karen, because you think it's about you. It's not about you. It's about the people that are affected by what's going on. And for you Karens who are allies in this fight against discrimination, racial injustice, treatment, negative treatment of people because they're different, here's what you do. You take a step back and you be an assistant, right? You're not the point guard here. You ain't running the offense. You're not the quarterback. You're a complementary piece here. So as a complementary piece, make sure your actions are complementary instead of, quarterback you. You're not throwing the ball. You ain't even catching the ball. You ain't calling the plays. You're just on the team to provide support.